Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome to Pandemic 2, the birthplace, the father, the mother, the parent of all of the lovely modern plague-related games in the plaguey genre we now have in our midst on the internet. Yes, in my humble opinion, and as mentioned by the developers of Plague Inc. Evolved, this is the inspiration of many games, and truly there is a good reason behind it. This is a simple flash game which took the world by storm many years back. I remember back in secondary school. I'm sure people from America would know it as high school, and other places as something else. Regardless, this is brilliant. It's a flash game. It's number 2. There is a number 1 which I didn't play too much because that was even beyond my time. There is also a 3 and 4 edition of this game, but this is the one I have the most memory of, and all the hatred of Madagascar in the world comes from. So I think it's a fitting game for our lovely Flash Friday. Really a game I adore. Also the music, which you can probably hear in the background now, I had to turn down so much because how loud it was, is really good and deserves a lot of respect. Yes, this is really a great game, and I am going to get into it now after I've overhyped it as much as I can. New game. Now, I haven't played this in several years, so this is the first time coming back to it, so I may be a bit rusty on what's actually going on, but that's that, and the music's finally stopped its loop. So we have relaxed. Not all traits are available. Games are much shorter than realistic, and less in-depth than realistic. We also have realistic, which all traits are available, takes longer to play than casual, and more in-depth. Now, realistic is quite hard. There is no difficulty mode other than these two, and realistic is arguably quite hard because of spreading and such, so we're going to play relaxed as a bit of a refresher course for me, and it does cover most of the bases. And we get to choose virus, bacteria or parasite. Virus is the fastest evolution, it mutates and gets you more DNA. It's the most affected by the environment, but it gives you a bonus to infectivity. Bacteria is medium evolution, is quite affected by the environment, but is completely resistant to drugs. Well, most resistant to drugs, which makes no sense in my opinion, but there we go. And we also have parasite, which is really adorable. Look at the thing. Little carroty nose. Slowest evolution, least affected by environment, and it has a low visibility. It hides inside the host, so and so. Sound familiar? So we're going to go with bacterium. And we will call ourselves Grandfather, as we are that to the plague community. There's the music loud and proudly again. Tutorial. Let's leave that. So we started off in China. It is random where you start off, by the way. Well, that is everything I remember, actually, so I don't know what has been removed. Oh, yes, one of the traits has been removed. Okay, world. Okay, so in this one we have disease, which will essentially show you how much of your infectivity, visibility. You have visibility instead of severity in this game, which acts in a very similar way, except for it doesn't give you more DNA, at least that's what I remember. And we have lethality, which is just as you can imagine. Really, it is very tempting to simply go full transmission with this game, if I recall correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off and be insects, perhaps? Yeah, let's go with insects. So we're transmission insects, but the main thing I do want is to be waterborne soon, because you can do this, and I'll explain it in a second. Increased transmission, chance to infect water facilities, requires moisture resistance for 3. Now, what do insects do exactly? Yeah, it's just increased transmission. It's a very basic one there. So as you can see here, this here is a water facility. It's essentially where the region will get its water from. And if you infect it, the country quickly goes under sway of your infectious demands. So we're probably going to try and rush that. So we're going to take waterborne, because, well, it does increase our infectivity start off. And yes, there are boats and planes in this game. Now, I have to try and remind myself you can't zoom in and out in this game, because otherwise I'll simply scroll up and down on the screen, which will do this. Look, an advert. Like, wow. Do you want something really weird? I don't see this advert on my screen, but I see it on the open broadcaster I'm recording with. That's... what? Double advert, okay. I didn't know that's how it works. So, anyway, back to the point. Just to see how many people we've infected, because we don't really get it down here, we've infected 55 people. They can actually be cured in this game, which is very odd. So the number can actually go down. So, yeah, as you saw, it just went down by quite a bit. We're not killing them, though. We're not spreading quickly enough, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is go moisture resistance to 2, so we can try and get their water stations, get more drug resistance and more heat. And so essentially we've just completely resisted. We've got all the resistances possible, and we've infected their water towers, which will cause more infection down the line. So we're going to speed up time even more so. It's times 3. Now, in the world, we can see their cure, progress, and everything else. Infected regions, non-infected regions, forsaken regions is that which has died. Certain threats has died. You can also destroy hospitals, which is simply by killing the populace, I do believe. So as you can see, our infectious rate is extremely high, and arguably I may want to remove coughing. Yeah, I'm going to do it to lower... of course, we need at least... I forgot completely. We need at least one of these. I completely forgot about that. So silly of me. It's noticeable. Sweating will make an affected person noticeable. Very noticeable, very infectious. You might imagine with you know, vomiting. Fever. Fevers have the potential to be deadly while being barely noticeable. I can't remember if that's good or bad because of the lethal. So we're going to go with that. So very low... oh, I forgot. Almost all infectivity in this game comes from your symptoms. I completely forgot about that. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, we're going back to having coughing and sneezing. So that's so risky. But we're going to have both of them, and then we're going to unlock tier 2, which has a lot of horrible things indeed. I can't remember if we need these for these, but we'll find out in a bit. So let's continue. Nausea. Making them stand out in crowds. Okay, going to leave this for now, just with coughing and sneezing. Okay, we've just got to India, the Middle East, and China. We've just got to Japan. Okay, things are happening, bad things are happening, let's see. Shuts down shipyards. Okay, bad things are happening. Now, our arch enemy in this game, believe it or not, is Madagascar. It's not Greenland. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove sneezing, because I'm scared right now. And then we're going to continue as we were. We're starting to work on vaccine, that's absolutely fine. Most places seem to be at least leaving their shipyards open. Okay. Wow, lots of places shutting down everything. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. Oh, for disease spread to Madagascar. Yes, okay. Where is infected? And let's have a look at the world. We're being cured pretty quickly, so we have... Okay. We are being cured, however, which is not nice. So... So can we just grab these? We can, okay. So what do we have? So many things! Boils, kidney failure, and all this good stuff. Hypersensitivity, nausea. It's all very interesting indeed. But let's go for more resistances so we can spread as much fast as we can to everywhere in the world. And then let's go with sneezing again, because why the hell not at this point? Sweating, because, again, infectivity. Vomiting, again, infectivity. We just want to get everywhere as possible as we can now. And then perhaps just start killing people. What to go with then? What to go? It's been so long, I can't remember what any of these do. Ataxia is a slightly noticeable condition which impedes movement in the infected. Sure, why? Actually, that's terrible. Why'd I do that? That'd probably make it worse. Boils? Okay, we can't do much else for now, so continue the hunt. Times 3 for a second. Let's see how the world looks right now. Only a couple of places. Cuba, Australia. Wait, does Cuba attach to... Cuba! Hello, Cuba. Oh dear. Problem is, Cuba shut down its ports. I think Cuba may have screwed us over. Damn, I remember playing this game, I'm absolutely loving it, because it's a difficult game, as you can see, keeping track of things, and this is not the easiest. And I'm going in times 3 just to show you what the game's about, but honestly, that's the worst way to do it. You should really do it slowly. Australia and Cuba, okay, so sneezing, I think, screwed us over this time. So what I think we should do is just let the world take us, you know, let us die and finish off. But let's kill some people first. Kidney failure, probably quite noticeable. Very expensive as well. Diarrhea, I'd imagine, kills them with like slight chance of infected. Yeah, go on. Well, how you looking, buddy? Almost completely cured us. Yeah, so we're going to kill a lot of people. See, all these things are happening are all different things. So, shuts down shipyards. Deaths are coming in from East Europe. So if one place dies too quickly, all the rest around them will start to stop it. First victim dies in India. Yeah, there's a lot of things to take into consideration. I think it's a much slower game than playing a very rushed play style. If I recall correctly, again, I could be wrong, isn't really that beneficial. And we simply can't get to Australia at this point, so we have pretty much balked it up. So we're going to go to menu and back to the new game. So new game. Relaxed again. Let's see if we can at least get a win today. Bacteria. Let's go virus. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Yeah. Bacteria. Let's do bacteria again. Disease name. Grandmother this time. Grandmother, oh plague. Done. And again, tutorial. Now, this time we're starting in Mexico. Hello, Mexico. So I assume then we'll get heat resistance from this. Yep, we have heat resistance level 1. A bacteria makes us resistant to drugs as standard. Now, the one problem I do with this game is it's not possible to know on a country-by-country basis if they're moist, heat, hot, etc, etc. So it can be a bit difficult sometimes to guess correctly. So let's have a look at our disease. We've got sneezing this time as standard rather than coughing, which actually looks better than coughing, so we'll actually leave it as it is. And then what we'll do is we will simply become waterborne. And then we'll go, well, we don't need moist. Now, I'm fairly certain that the place we're in currently doesn't really need moisture resistance. And instead, let's go with heat level 2. And hopefully that will help out. Let's speed up the simulation. 9, 11, yeah, oh, that's not going too well. Okay, increasing everything else then. Okay, let's get a bit of drug resistance then, and let's go into insects. Let's see if that helps out at all. You know, we are not spreading very well at all currently, but that's probably because we don't have coughing. We're not very noticeable in the slightest right now, so that is something to consider. We are getting quite a bit of DNA though, so I think let's just go to airborne as well. There we go, and then rodent. So our transmission should be quite high at this point, I imagine. Yeah, there we go, spreading pretty quickly. We do have to remember that symptoms is where our infectivity comes from, our base infectivity and such, and we're not going with them. So this is going to be a bit slower than last time. I'm hoping that it still gets through. Cuba is suffering from widespread drought. Good disease, and let's go with heat level 3, why not? And then let's get the moisture resistance so we can infect the water again. There you go, straight away infected it. And disease spreads to the United States, and we've got to Peru. The infected are now, disease is spotted in Greenland rather. That's not good, because that means actually it's noticed. And this time we're getting to a lot of places that are noticing us. So clearly it was getting 2 symptoms so early on, which did kind of, you know, screw us over quite a bit. So disease, and let's go to resistances. We're going to need some cold resist because we are in Greenland, even if it isn't the amazing evil thing that it is in a certain game we know a little bit better. Okay, stop. Slow down, things are happening. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Did we get to... Darn, we didn't get to Madagascar. That's annoying, to say the very least. Look at world. We're in a lot of places though, but a few islands still. We're not going to do much else. We're not going to become even more noticeable. We're simply going to continue to get resistances, continue to be nice and safe in all places, and hopefully... Oh, Madagascar, you bugger! You monstrous creature, you. Oh, now I remember why people played this so much, because how difficult it was. It's got a certain... just one more game. How'd you do this? I can't remember. Because if we see, the thing is, if we remove that, as you can see, we're no longer infectious. Does that mean we don't infect people? No. Ah, perhaps we could remove all symptoms then, and become completely unnoticeable annoyances. Oh wait, is that going down rather than up? Oops, it's going down rather than up, never mind. Yeah, let's try it again. Last time, so interesting. We fail, if we succeed, we succeed. New game. Relaxed. Bacteria. Nurgling. Where do we start this time? We've started in Madagascar. Wait, really? You know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I'm okay with starting in the hell place. Now, currently infected 6, 7, 8. Okay. Clearly heat resistance is a good thing here. Let's go with insects as well, and then let's remove sneezing. So we have nothing right now. Nothing at all. We have no transmission, apparently. We're still spreading, we're still... Okay. I forgot, it's not the exact same as obviously plaguing and such. There are very obvious differences. For instance, these are actually increasing transmission. However, they're not showing you, because infectivity and transmission are different things, which is annoying. Hopefully we'll keep spreading though. We are a bit... Ooh. They are definitely both add to that though. And as you can see, we're struggling to get numbers at all. So disease... And let's go with moisture 1, moisture 2, we can't get that yet, okay. Ugh, I feel very sketchy about how we're doing this. We're hardly even spreading. Do we have enough DNA for moisture too? We do, okay, because obviously the lovely Madagascan region is both moist and hot, so getting resistances to both, as you can see, is increasing our infectivity. Yes, you're not perfectly designed to kill the country you started in this game, you really are not. So there we go, we're actually almost completely unnoticeable as well right now, which is absolutely wonderful. So let's carry on with that then. Let's go with, we could go airborne and rodent, try and spread that, or we could go with moisture level 3. Which would hit, should just be, I think go with rodent because it'll help out everywhere. Same with airborne. There we go. Argentina is dealing with widespread flooding. Okay, it's better. We're infecting a bit faster now. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Infected now, counting up. Oh, that's not good. It's fighting so hard, not being infected. More heat resistance I demanded. More moisture resistance I also demand that in a second. Okay, the more heat resistance definitely helped. See, so interesting. I'm learning this game again. This is a game I do love and adore and think is certainly worth a play. Of course, there'll be a link in the description, as always, to the game, which is, of course, as always, again, available on Armour Games. People keep asking me why do I keep linking to Armour Games and other places. It's because I trust Armour Games. I've spent a long time. I've used it for a long time, so I do trust it as a valid place, and I don't mind sending people there because of that. So we have drugs level 3, and that essentially makes us almost resistant to drugs completely because we are bacteria, which gets resistance anyway. And there we go. Okay, so Argentina is no longer suffering flooding, but Cuba is. We still haven't spread, so that's one issue with starting off in Madagascar. I'd imagine we don't spread out of it very quickly. The same issue with starting in Greenland in a certain Plague Inc. game. Still watch it then. Hurricane hit North America and an earthquake in Indonesia. Aftershocks have ceased. Now they all do things as well, we have to remember. To the world. Now, it'd be nice if we could spread to a new country. I'm thinking perhaps infectivity is how you get to other countries. We're going to need resistances eventually. Come on, let's go to... Disease arrives in Greenland? Well, the two more annoying places are both infected. Perhaps if you get somewhere else as well, it'd be nice if it went to one of the more major continents. Flooding everywhere. Apparently global warming is affecting this world a lot more than we expected. We're in Russia, Mexico, the drought's over in Brazil, we're in China, we're in East Europe. Okay, the world is finally starting to understand the beauty of our disease of the nurgling. Our DNA is a bit low. Now I do think perhaps there is a thing with infectivity and how much DNA you get, because you have to kill people, remember. Eventually we will have to kill them. Now DNA is not very high. South Africa, Brazil again, Australia, Brazil, darn it, Japan understands there's an issue. Have we infected it though at least? No, not yet. Okay, many places are now enforcing curfews and everything, trying to close schools to help prevent protection. So only Japan is left. Still got its borders though, I'm hoping perhaps we get there. I'm not going to do anything until we get there. Oh, just shut down its port. Really? Japan? Even with... My lord, we need to really tailor it, don't we? Okay, I think that sucked. That really sucks. So I've got everywhere but Japan. Let's kill everywhere but Japan then, shall we? Locked tier 2, let's go straight for the more evil thing, shall we? Pulmonary edema. Can be serious health concern. Yep. Bang, lethality is there. Dementia got given to us for free, which is lovely. And we have cystic kidney failure, there we go, which is resulting in death for an infected person. Causes nothing to make infected more noticeable. Oh. That's interesting. You'd think it would. And then we have almost no DNA left, but we are now at least lethal, so death's about to start rolling in around the world. Die, you fiendish humans, die. Handing out masks. Handing out water. Wow, this because we're in ×3, look how fast the chat is, my lord. So this is a game that really does take skill, does take practice, and it does take trial and error. And it's something I have not done for years, and I thought I'd jump on it and instantly remember, and honestly I can't remember a thing. Need more DNA as well, so we didn't even get enough DNA to do what I wanted, honestly. However, people are dying at quite a rapid rate. In fact, yeah. Ooh, there's actually very few people left in Madagascar, for instance. Shuts down, hospitals are going down everywhere. Oh! At some point, Japan did become infected. Oh, it mustn't have shut down land borders yet, so you can actually get from China. I think we may actually win this one. Oh my lord, we may actually win this one. Oh, monitoring this game is so difficult. Yep, everywhere's infected. Approximate days is 4 to 6. It's going up. Yep, they're dying so fast, actually slowing down the cure. I think we have actually won this one, which is a shock to me, honestly. It infects people. Perhaps that would be the best idea, just to make sure we do infect everyone. So yeah, sure, get boils rather, and then continue. How goes Japan? The infected are going up, despite the fact the deads are going up as well. So that's really nasty. Japan was our last real concern. Everywhere else seems to be falling in line pretty nicely to Nurgle's master plan. You see, as soon as we venerate Nurgle, everything works, and we win a game. That's just how it is, sir and sir. It's just how the world is. You must worship Nurgle. It's just, that's the moral of the story. Well, there's not much really else to say. I need to play this game and understand it more again. I'm so sorry I've been a bit, Dixie with this. It's just been so long. I really thought I could jump back into this game, remember all the little nuances and sillinesses about it, and jump into it and become elite plague bearer once more, and honestly, can't remember a sodding thing. And then I remember, it's been at least 5 years since I've played this game. And I remember it harshly. Still got a place in my heart regardless. Anywhere damned? Oops, still no Forsaken regions, really? No, so I'm on the last few. And it's... they're trying to cure us. They're trying. Bless their little hearts. But their hearts are failing them. That's the problem. Actually, their kidneys are failing them, which I'm fairly certain would end in heart failure, would it? If your kidneys failed, what would go first? Well, you'd have uric acid in your blood. No, you wouldn't have uric acid. You'd have... yeah, you'd have uric acid. Ow. No, sorry. You'd have anemia in your blood because it's not even being converted into uric acid. So... did I say... I can't say what I'm looking for here. You have a certain chemical which fish excrete straight from their gills in your blood. It's not nice, and it's pretty darn horrible. And I keep wanting to say pneumonia for some reason. I'll remember it in a second, Sir Interest, and tag it onto the end. Well, how much is left then? The world in Forsaken? Oh, really? Surely. There's no healthy people. Oh, it was just infected people we're still looking for. Darn it. Yeah, it is ammonia. Okay, it is definitely ammonia. I may have googled it just to make sure I was correct in the chemical it was. Because I had the word pneumonia stuck in my head so harshly then. It's taking forever for the people to die, but they are slowly dying. We just had so little DNA for us. Let's see, what hypersensitivity won't really kill people, which is annoying. Ataxia won't really kill people either. A fever has a slight chance, I know that. So does diarrhea, I think. So severe diarrhea, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, okay, diarrhea was a huge jump in our lethality, and that should speed up the death of everyone. See, the problem is there's no like number at the bottom for us to watch. It's not as entertaining when it comes to this part as other games. Okay, well, Greenland's about to completely die, which is... Let's watch Greenland die. That'll entertain me. Come on, Greenland. Last few people, you know you want to die. You've got nothing. Look, you've only got 15 people, 12, 11... You've got almost no people alive here, sir. I think it's about time you simply give it... There we go. Good night, sweet prince. We loved you. We hated you. You are Greenland. You are dead. Madagascar, you're next, bud. The world, okay, only Greenland's died so far. Approximate days to completion. Infinity. No signs of life in Greenland. Yes, indeed. I think at this point, really, there's nothing more to do than sit back, relax, and... you know... congratulate ourselves on a job well done. Well, Greenland's still the only place that's actually fully died. However, other places certainly aren't exactly far off, it must be said. I do love... Let's just talk about the game then while we wait. This game, obviously, is very lacking in several places in terms of visuals, in terms of... it's got quite a nasty learning curve to it, and it doesn't do a great job with the tutorial, which is actually a separate pop-up if you want to go to its menu. Tutorial will send you away. But, despite all this, obviously, it's a fairly old game. I can't remember exactly when it came out, but it's at minimum... Oops, that was actually hit my mic there, sorry about that. It's at minimum 5, 6, 7... It's a minimum 7 or 8 years old. It could be older. And of course it's a Flash game, and of course it's free to play, and it's the basis of where other games of the type came from. I really love the idea of water tap, you know, things like the hospitals being seen, and the water stations, water facilities, water pumping facilities, whatever you want to call them. I really love that idea. Things like that I really wish were in more modern games, which simply aren't. Now, there is a number 3 and a number 4 of this game. I know for a fact number 4 is a bit easier to play. I'm thinking number 3. One of the 2 newer ones is definitely easier to play. It's a bit more friendly to people who are coming. Oop. Cuba wiped out by new hazardous disease. There we go, over half dead. I just want to carry on just to show you the experience. Now this, I do remember. I remember this part well. Waiting for people to die. It's not a fast process, and times 3 is not as fast as I wish it was. In times 1, you can imagine how long this would take. We've got some more DNA though, so let's see what we've got. None of those really do much. And unlocking next tier costs so much. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh, it gave us blindness for free. Sadly, that doesn't increase lethality, but we do have necrosis. It's very noticeable and extremely infectious, and of course it does kill people. Corpse transmission is not in this game. We have enthesis, I can't say that word, but it kills people. So here's what all the death ones are: liver failure, necrosis, insanity. Insanity does actually kill people in this one. Is noticeable and affects people. Nope, it's not lethal. Argentina is now gone, which is, well, it's very sad, sir and sirette. It's very sad. We would hate people to die in this world. Mexico was wiped out, etc, etc. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, although it is lacking in some ways, I just want to show you the love of this game, as this is where it all comes from. And obviously on my channel, Plague Inc. and everything has been a big part of my channel, and as a microbiologist I certainly love things like simulations like this with disease have always perked my interest, even before this one, because there are some really, really dated simulations which sadly aren't free, and I haven't got a clue how to get them anymore, which we used to sneak into school, and that was in early high school, well, early secondary school. And yeah, they were great, but it's more just like you set the simulation up and then just watch it go, and even that really perked my interest, and that's really where my love of pathology came at a very young age. That and the fact I was always obsessed with disease, which is always a good thing, I think, for a kid's hobby. Only Indonesia is let up. There we go. Never mind. Humanity is overcome, and there's your score. You can submit it, and there is a scoreboard in the world. I think it opens up a new screen, so I won't do that. Main menu, back to the original music. That is it, sir and sirettes. Of course, I'll put a link in the description. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed playing it again, even if I did suck for the first 2 matches, and certainly could have done better in the third. Some people at this are masters. I've spoken to people who have been speaking about their experience in Pandemic, who actually play it these days, and are just so freaking good. No, in depth, the best ideas, the chances, they know what's going on in the background. It's a game for perfectionists who love high scores. That's my opinion on it. So thank you for watching, sir and sirettes. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel. And of course, remember, link in the description, and the Flash Friday playlist also in the description. If you've got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Of course, do take care, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.